Now this model, like pretty much every single model this year, has of course been delayed from Herpa Wings, but now that it is finally here, has it been worth the wait? We'll find out now. And with that, hello and welcome to a new episode of Review, where we today will take a closer look at an Embraer ERJ-190 of Bulgaria Air. At the front of the box we have the cutout, so we can get a glimpse of the aircraft model inside, and on top of the box we have the Bulgaria Air branding. The backside of the box remains a complete disappointment. Overall, the box design of Herpa is not great, but with this new backside it's just absolutely terrible. So the only thing I really would like to highlight here is simply the fact that the model is a limited edition. And here she is, the Embraer ERJ-190 in the current livery of Bulgaria Air. Now, I personally am always happy about regional airliners. I can't get enough of them, and I think Herpa should do way more of them. The more they do, the better it is, in my opinion. Anyway, now let's take a closer look at this model and see what it has to offer. And if we start off with the tail section, we can see here on the vertical stabilizer we have the Bulgaria Air branding, which is a stylized version of the Bulgarian flag. On the fuselage we then have the flag of the European Union and the full registration code of the aircraft. At the very tail we also have a little bit of detailing around the APU exhaust. At the front of the aircraft and across the fuselage we then again have the Bulgaria Air branding, here also with Cyrillic writing. On the other side it would be in English. We also have the web address of the airline, and then we have this little logo underneath the cockpit windows. And in the last review we did of a Bulgaria Air, we learned that this is of course the logo of a Bulgarian insurance company called Armek. But if you are for the lookout for other details around the cockpit section, well, you won't find much other than the cockpit windows and the window wipers that have been printed on. And printed details we also have to look far and wide for on the engine nacelles. I mean, we do have the silver leading edge, but that's about it. The physical detailing of the engines I think is just fine. If you look here in the front, we can also very nicely see the engine fan blades. Then on the fuselage, just above the wings, we have the emergency exit printed on, and that of course leads us straight to the wings, which you should definitely also take a closer look at. And if we start off with the top side here, we can see the different flap slats. The spoilers have been carved out very nicely. We also have the marking for the emergency exit, very nice. The underside I think also looks rather decent. Here we also have the full registration code of the aircraft once again. My highlight on the wings, however, are the winglets, which I think look absolutely awesome, super nicely shaped, and Herpa has done a great job replicating those. Then we have the landing gear, or more specifically here, the main landing gear underneath the wings. Now overall, I have been critiquing the landing gear of the Embraer models from Herpa Wings before, saying that it is too fragile. On the other hand, Herpa often chooses to make the landing gear very sturdy, but then lacking the detailing or realism. In this case, they have really gone the route for realism, and it does look really nice. You just have to be aware that it is rather fragile. And then last but not least, we also have the doors to the cargo compartments printed on here in the back side of the aircraft, and also here at the front of the aircraft. So there we have it, the Embraer ERJ-190 in the current livery of Bulgaria from Herpa Wings in scale 1 to 500. And what can we say about this aircraft model? The print quality overall is really good from Herpa Wings. It's not the most detailed print we've ever seen on an Embraer from Herpa Wings. We have seen other examples where we get more detailing, but I think the detailing they have applied, they have done so very nicely. The physical detailing of the aircraft is also great. I really do love the winglets, and we've talked about the landing gear maybe being a little bit fragile, but on the other hand, I do prefer when Herpa goes down the route of realism and really tries to replicate detailing true to scale. An example where Herpa has gone the other way and making things less realistic but more sturdy would, for example, be the front landing gear of the A220 models, which definitely is oversized. But I do prefer this, and I think it's really nice that Herpa has finally done a new Bulgaria Air model. The last Bulgaria model of a modern day airline at least was back in 2009, so that's 11 years ago. So this is really welcomed in my opinion, and I would say absolutely it's an aircraft worth having in one's collection. And with that we have reached the end of today's episode. Now if you have enjoyed this video, then don't forget to leave a like, that would be very much appreciated. And of course if you are new around here, why not hit subscribe? That would be absolutely awesome. With that I'd like to say thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.